It's 9:33. It's Monday, the 23rd of February, and this is Newstalk Breakfast with Ivan Yates and Chris Donoghue. And right now, it's time for our weekly check-in on the Breakfast 5K in association with Lekeila AC Athletic Club in Leixlip. We're organising our own 5-kilometre race on the 4th of April. All profits from the event, it's €10 to enter, will go to the Bumbleance Children's Ambulance Charity. So a really good cause. We have lots of people underway. We're on week 4 now, and you can find out more and sign up for the race on newstalk.com/the letters BK 5K. So BK, the number 5, and then the letter K / I've made a mess of that. Newstalk.com/BK, the number 5, and then the letter K. As always, in studio with us, our resident fitness expert, Gillian Hynes of bodyproject.ie.
Sorry, can I ask a question of you both? Just say I'm a regular runner. I go in marathons. Can they join or is it just for people who are going from the couch to 5K?
Anybody who wants to join. Yeah.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to actually talk to two caucuses of people today, Gillian, because there are people who are well underway and they're sticking to the training regime, and you can see that they're heading to 5K. 5K, they will achieve it. There are others who could do it. They could do it, but they're wavering. They're on the fence. They're walkers. They might have a little niggle, a little injury. So let's talk to both, because we want both to do this on the 4th of April.
Yeah, exactly. And actually last week we had people directing emails to me just talking about injuries, and I got a good number of questions from people asking could they come and walk it. And absolutely, we're encouraging everybody to come, and some people are perhaps only hearing about this for the first time, and it might be for them too late to start doing the run programme. However, we're absolutely welcoming everyone to come along.
So people who are of a general fitness, say they do their bit of cycling in the summer, they might have done runs before, there is still time for them, if they've been doing a little bit of training, to turn it up now and be with us on the 4th of April.
Yeah, I think if if you're doing kind of any level of training with any level of consistency, and even if you haven't run in a long time, you're probably going to be okay to start the run at this point. However, if you're totally inactive and still on that couch, it's probably not something you should consider just at this point, because it is stepping up a bit, and particularly now in week 4.
But you could walk it and maybe jog part of it, but you could still come and walk it. That's the point.
Totally. And as I said to people who'd emailed me last week, we're welcoming everyone. Run, walk or crawl, we want you there.
Okay, well, let's talk about, for people who are on plan, who are on message, the week 4 workouts. 3 workouts this week, once again. Tell us about them.
So this week, and it's the same thing every week, we do our 5-minute brisk walking warm-up, and then we're stepping up the jogging side of things a little bit here. We're going to do a 3-minute jog and then a 1.5-minute walk for recovery, and then we're doing a 5-minute jog, a 2.5-minute walk for recovery, then 3 minutes of jogging and walking for a 1.5 minutes. So in total this time, it's going to be coming up to 11 minutes of jogging. So last week it was 9, now it's stepping up by 2 minutes, bringing us to 11 minutes of jogging.
And having said that, and that is turning it up, but there are still nice intervals there to catch your breath. If you have a stitch or anything like that, the 90 seconds walk, it's enough time to recover and then go again.
Absolutely. And listen to your body. I mean, if you're really, really struggling, you can just take a little bit longer period of that walking, but also maybe are you pushing yourself too hard during the running period? And we're looking for that the talk test. So during your running period, you should still be able to hold a conversation.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about training with another person, because when you train on your own, obviously you're not talking. Now, most people would do their runs on their own, but if you can at least get one training session a week with somebody, you'll be able to pace that actually we can talk throughout.
Exactly,
this.
and it's a conversational pace, and not just yes or no answers, actually be able to hold a conversation.
Now, we've had some questions, as always, and I'll just ask you a couple of them that came in. First of all, what type of time should we be hoping to do this in? Is that a very individual question? Because somebody asked that on Twitter last week. Yeah,
and I suppose we don't want people to feel pressurised. We want people just to be there and do it in their own time. And especially if they are going to be having to come back to the walking period, we don't want people to feel under pressure. However, if someone is looking to get a good time, about 25 minutes or slightly under would be good time on your first couch to 5K.
Now, somebody who's obviously been following the plan but maybe is a little bit fitter than the starting point, although it's probably getting a bit like on message now, but if I feel like I can run more, should I steer away from the plan and do an extra bit?
I'm going to say no on that one. Stick with the plan, because you'll be surprised in 2 or 3 weeks more time, you might just find that you're not able to keep up. So just stay with it, allow your body to adapt accordingly, and you'll be running beautifully on the day.
Okay, my trainers are speaking to me. I think that means, the flap at the front.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
probably so old. But would you recommend at this point changing trainers?
Well, definitely. If
There's
they're
time
not,
to break it in, isn't there? Like, it's not like it's the week of the run.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, I suppose with modern technology, it's not the same thing as buying runners 10, 15 years ago when they would have been chafing the back of our heel. That doesn't really happen anymore because they're so well built. So I would suggest definitely investing in that decent pair of trainers, yes.
So they don't trip you up. Is it too late to start the programme? Asked a text in the last couple of minutes.
It's back to that. It's what is their starting level of fitness. If they are literally, still that person on the couch, they may, think twice about at this stage coming in on it. But we would love you to come and walk it.
Now, some more detailed questions. These came in the last time you were in, emails and stuff like that. Gillian, I've been following the training plan and I'm doing quite well, but I'm also trying to stick to a calorie-controlled diet. Do you have a recommendation for calorie intake for someone who's just over 11 stone? Yeah. Don't give the height though, but anyway, and trying to lose weight. I'm trying to stick to 1,200 calories a day. You must be famished with exercise, but I'm concerned I'm under-eating.
Okay. I'm guessing it's a woman if it's 1,200 calories, because it sounds like on a calorie restrictive diet what would be recommended for women. But this is going to get me into a totally different territory and something that is one of my bugbears. Calorie counting, I don't do it. I don't tell my clients to do it. I absolutely steer people away from it. It's been one of the biggest problems in terms of our weight gain nowadays, because we look at the total calories of what we're eating, but we forget then the quality of what we're eating. So if you're eating 1,200 calories of quite high sugar foods, you're unlikely to lose the weight that you want to. But if you're eating 2,000 calories of fabulously healthy foods, you're probably going to lose body fat.
So healthy food can be calorific is the point. Avocado, for example.
Yeah, but all calories are not created equal.
Okay.
So it's all about what happens when it gets inside your body, what it's going to do to you.
So what's the enemy for you? Is it sugar?
Sugar.
Sugar's the enemy.
Yeah.
Okay. How many eggs am I allowed to eat a week? I know they're a great source of protein and good fats, and I'm tending to eat an omelette or poached eggs after my training session, but I'm worried about cholesterol, asked David. I thought we're okay on eggs, aren't we?
We're okay on eggs. It's a good news day for eggs, and actually, it's come out of jail recently. The cholesterol in eggs does not raise your blood cholesterol, so you can eat as many eggs as you like.
Now, somebody who I think has said, Rachel got in touch with us. I think she's going to be in the walking category because she has an injury. So fair play, you're going to do it and you're going to walk. I've hurt my knee in a spinning class. Jogging hurts, but I'm okay to walk on it. So go still quite competitive. So what time should I walk a 5K in?
You know what, you're probably, if you're jogging at about 25, you're probably going to be looking at walking it in about 40, maybe slightly more than that. If the knee is at her, just slow down the pace. That's the faster the pace, the more the pressure into the joints. So she's just going to have to listen to her body on that one.
Now, on walking, a much more global question on walking has just come in the text line the last couple of minutes. Gillian mentioned walking. Is there actually any benefit to it? I hate running, but I don't mind power walking. So in other words, unless you're breaking a sweat, is it actually exercise at all? Of course it is.
100%. And actually, this is one of these things that I talk to my clients about a lot, and I impress upon them how fabulous walking is. And it's totally underrated. I think people, we live quite high octane lifestyles now, and sort of walking is seen to be it's not really that great in terms of its benefits, but that's actually far from the case. You can get many of the same benefits and some even more benefits that you would from jogging that you would do walking.
So you're talking heart health. You're using your heart.
Everything. So actually walking for just half an hour a day will reduce your risk of diabetes, for example, by 50%. It controls your blood pressure. It halves lowers your cholesterol. Again, halves the risk of diabetes. And these are all risk factors for heart disease and stroke. So, huge health benefits there.
I'm listening with envy. Sick with a virus for 3 weeks now. Was fit. How long will it take to regain fitness at a good level? First of all, right, I've made this mistake of you're coming down with something, but you still go to the gym, you still do a run anyway. So if you're sick, do you say stop?
I really do. You definitely have to peel it back. And I mean, you don't have to necessarily become completely inactive. You might just, wrap yourself up and go out for 15, 20 minutes, even just to get fresh air into your body. But in terms of actually doing, full on exercise, I mean, your body is trying to fight off infection. It's trying to repair. You should you peel things back.
Get better first.
And just let yourself get better.
This person has had 3 weeks out. How do you turn that around?
It's just, whatever level of fitness that they had before, the body will cling on to that. So it might take them a week or two to get back to that same level, but they will get there. Just be a little bit patient. Don't do exactly the same thing that you would have been doing before, because, of course, your body is just getting itself better.
Couple of questions on this one the last time, and somebody's asked it again. Pedometers. Gadget, useful or gimmick?
I love them. Do you know what? And I have a number of clients that have actually, and there's very few things that I would recommend that people buy, because I think a lot of things are gimmicks. I think a lot of home exercise equipment sits there, with clothes hanging over them. They don't get used. But I've seen with numerous clients of mine that they have gotten these Fitbits, and actually it really makes them think about how much they're walking, and they really are very competitive and with themselves about hitting that 10,000 steps per day.
So you notice if you have an inactive day and you won't allow yourself to have two of them, really, I suppose, is one of the huge benefits.
Yeah, and I really have to say, if anybody's considering buying one, I would actually say do so, because I've seen people have really good benefits from it.
All right, look, Gillian has increased the minutes of jogging to 11 minutes this week in our workout, but the plan is online for you on newstalk.com/BK5K. Gillian Hynes of bodyproject.ie. Thank you very much, and good luck to all the people training out there.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gillian.